there were a lot of things that happened prior to 1992 that just don't get talked about.
Yeah.
And, prior to the Michael Jordan era, that just don't get talked about.
Dr. J is a basketball legend and a pioneer. But a lot of people view him as a hater for his basketball takes. After giving his top 5 list of all time, the basketball community attacked him. Here's what happened.
Bill Russell.
Okay.
Wilt Chamberlain. Oscar Robertson.
Okay.
Jerry West. And Elgin Baylor.
Okay.
That's my all-time best team. Everybody else got to be on the second team or the third team. And I made this decision when I was 15 years old.
Give me your top 10 all time.
The 5 I just named. The next group of guys would be Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Michael Jordan, Irvin Magic Johnson, Karl Malone, even Tiny Archibald. By 5, Kareem's not even in my 5 because I decided on my 5 when I was about 15 years old. And that was Wilt, Russell, Baylor, West, and Oscar Robertson.
Those still your top 5?
That was my 5. Bill Russell, I saw Wilt Chamberlain, Elgin Baylor.
Speak up so they can hear you.
Elgin Baylor, who is my favorite, Oscar Robertson, and Jerry West. That became my top 5 as a teenager. And they have remained my top 5.
Jerry West, Oscar Robertson, Elgin Baylor, Wilt Chamberlain, Bill Russell, Michael Jordan, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Magic Johnson, Karl Malone, Tiny Archibald.
Man, this man ain't got Tim Duncan on here.
I always argue with my other son about where Tim Duncan belongs. And he's like, he belongs ahead of Karl Malone for sure. But I'm taking Karl Malone.
Tim Duncan ain't played in years. Tim Duncan got 5 rings. Karl Malone ain't got not.
That list right there let me know what type of person he is.
No, that lets you know how old he is.
It's my top 5. This is an emotion.
He probably ain't watched the game since, 93?
You don't have LeBron James on your list?
We don't have basketball since 95.
That list don't have nothing to do with LeBron James. I have nothing to talk about.
That list ain't got nothing to do with no player after 95. People have Bill Russell in there in the top 10. I got to question your basketball knowledge. I'm sorry.
You know good and damn well LeBron is a top 2 or top 3 player in the history of basketball. Why is LeBron James not on that list?
Well, you look at, LeBron and, anybody he sort of picks with him to be, played with so many guys. He's the guy who has led the charge in terms of super teams.
Come on, man. That's ridiculous. That truly is ridiculous. You got to have LeBron on that list.
He had 3 guys from one team that was a super team. Jerry West, Elgin Baylor, Wilt Chamberlain. But he talk about a super team. Does he realize that Bill Russell played on a super team? McHale, Parrish, Bird, Tiny Archibald 1 year, Dennis Johnson the next year, and in '86 they had Bill Walton coming off the bench, won 6-man. Skip, that was a super team. But super teams have always been in existence. Because he said, I want basketball players to just play. See, he had no problem with front offices, general managers, and team putting these super teams together.
But in this case, the doctor is out, as in out of his mind. Any list that has Michael Jordan on the second team is disqualified as just grumpy old man list.
LeBron, Steph, they haters. People hate on me when I give them my list because when I put those first 5, that just messes up everybody's list. Michael probably won't replace Bill Russell as the greatest champion because nobody's going to do that.
11,
he won 11.
11 rings.
Sam won 10.
But why is Kareem your guy? Why is he number 1 for you? What separates him from the rest of the pack?
At every level, high school, college, and at the pros, he excelled in a way that no other, my opinion, no other player did.
How do you feel about, I guess, MJ and Kareem specifically?
MJ was great. He was phenomenal, and probably didn't make guys better the way that Kareem did.
But this is ridiculous. Dr. J, this is ridiculous.